Hello YouTube, this is David and this is my first look at the Eureka Sunriver 2. I'm making this video because I couldn't find much information about this tent aside from what's on the Dick's Sporting Goods website. This tent actually is specifically sold at Dick's Sporting Goods stores, so you can't buy it anywhere else. So just wanted to make a video for all of you who might be thinking about buying it. Maybe some of the things I'll show in my video will help you make a decision whether or not you're going to buy this tent. So here goes. It's a two-person tent. I especially liked it because it seems like it would be big enough for someone my height. I'm 6'2", and a lot of tents that are made for backpacking, one or two person tents, seem like they would be questionable as to whether or not I could fit inside. And I also, like the brand name. Eureka's a good brand, brand that I would trust buying from. Yeah, it seems like it's very good quality. Aside from that, I like the weight. It's just 4 pounds and 3 ounces. Everything else that I looked at that's around this size was 5 pounds or more. So I wanted to try to keep the weight down. And I guess now I'll just give you a look at the tent on the inside. Put the rainfly down on both sides so you can see what that looks like. Just take a look inside the vestibule and inside the tent. Here's what the tent looks like with half the vestibule open. Just wanted to give you a look inside so you can get a feel for how big that is. It's actually not very big at all, but it's definitely big enough for my pack. You can see I have the 50-liter capacity pack there, and it would fit that just fine. Definitely some shoes, things like that. The vestibule is held back by this little loop here. And I also wanted to point out to you, this half of the vestibule, which you can also roll back. You can roll back slightly more before you roll it all the way back. So I can actually unhook this here and roll it back to where this stake is. Go ahead and hook that up for you. That's what it looks like with the second half of the vestibule rolled partially back. And I'll go ahead and roll it all the way back for you. Here's what the tent looks like with the rainfly rolled all the way back in the front. So you can see the tent with no vestibule. This would be nice if you're trying to cool off, get some fresh air in the tent. And just want to show you a couple other things about the rainfly before I move on to the inside of the tent and the tent without the rainfly. So I wanted to mention a couple of things about the rainfly, just about how nice and easy it is to put on. You can see down here that it attaches with a clip. So you just pull it over and clip it down there. You're all set. It also has a vent here at the top, which is a nice little feature. Let some air into your tent. And it's propped open with this little pull here. You can push it in and then Velcro that vent down to the tent. I did want to mention though that this vent is pretty rigid on its own, so unless you actually Velcro it down to the tent, it would probably stay open. So you might get some rain inside there if it was coming down sideways, unless you had it Velcroed down. And on the back side of the tent, there is no second vestibule, so there's only one entrance here. The rainfly also has this nice gutter here over the zipper, and it's held down by some Velcro. So if it does rain, it should roll right over top there. Moving on to the inside, the tent has a nice D-shaped entrance here. You can see it goes all the way up and around. It has 2 zippers. Okay, inside the tent I just wanted to show you how much room I have. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm about 6'2", and I can fit perfectly in here if I'm turned diagonally. If I'm laying straight back, my head is hitting the mesh here on the inside, so not really ideal, but pretty good. I can also sit up pretty comfortably in here. You might be able to tell, got a decent amount of distance between my head and the top. You can see it's definitely large enough to keep the pack in here and the dog. The tent without the rainfly is very nice. As you can see, it's mostly a mesh upper, So if it were dry and hot, you could completely go without the rain fly, and it would be nice and ventilated. Just want to show you the poles. They're also very nice aluminum material, very lightweight, and they just go ahead and stick into the tab here that holds the tent down on the ground, stakes. Tent comes with the aluminum stakes also, by the way. And something else I didn't mention before when we were inside is that the bottom is a nice bathtub design. There is one seam in the middle though. I don't know if you can see it right here. It is taped, but I'll probably seal that again. Setup is very easy. You just cross the poles in the center, put one in at a time, and then once you're done, use this tab at the top here to hold up the top, and then you just attach these clips down the sides, and that's it. So that's all I have for today. I'm going to be taking this tent out for a trip next weekend, going to Wayne National Forest here in Ohio, and we're supposed to get some scattered thunderstorms, so I'll definitely be putting it through its paces, and I'll make sure to give you guys an update with how it stood up in the rain and on my trip. Thanks.